So this is the A to Z screen recorder on an Android not tablet. Shit, I can't afford that shit. $25 Vista phone. Now this Vista phone, its UI is fucking amazing, but it's 25 bucks. So it's one of those throwaway things. You get the job done. Just think of like a voice recorder or something like that. Or you silver tape it. What is that called? Duct tape. Where the T is silent because time is important, but you tape it to your car, you do your stupid shit, and then you put it online, and then you deny that you ever did it. Anyways, tape is spelled T-A-P-E-S, of which I like to say alphabet placement English system. That's A-P-E-S. Those damn dirty apes. They keep smearing their shit on the walls and make shapes. Shh. Okay, software, hardware, information technology. That's my key trick. So I post a lot of crazy shit online, and I try to tell people, I'm like, this is how you're gonna make money. It's this simple. Go X, Y, Z. Then they're like, I'll do one better. No, it won't work. That's not how my system works. You follow what I tell you. I'll tell you. I'll make you a shit ton of money. You just do your one thing. Sorry, I'm counting cars. Because I'm going to do this project called The Power of Zero, all right? Because there's only one person that can change this world, and that's you. Well, actually me. I can only change my world. You can only change your world. The problem is I got all these floaty thoughts in my mind. I'll teach you a little trick, all right? I'm going to walk you through it, all right? So someone pops off, says a bunch of explanatories that you don't want your child to hear. Pisses you off. You tell them to leave. Then you got to figure out the algorithm of which they're flowing. So how do I do that? Well, first and foremost, you don't let it get to that point. You stand up just like a sentence, capital letter. You post up. You don't move, and you're soft after that. You explain. I'm not going to do anything, but I ain't going to move. All right, I'm going to make sure things are documented appropriately. If you need to work through something, go right ahead, but I ain't moving. All right, I'm going to make sure that you do right by everyone here. Period. Point. Capital point. All right, you post up your point. That's it. The middle, you can fill with whatever you want to exhaust them of their illogical thought process, their hatred, their fear. All right, and then you say, okay, now what are you going to do to repay wasting my time? All right, I understand we were both learning here, and you learned that I ain't going to move. I'm going to listen, okay? And that's what this is all about, this alphabet system. All right, and I bet you already use it. It's in everything. You'll see parts of it in every single educational material, such as family movies, dramas, horrors. Anything you sit down and do radiates this because it's based off shapes and time, our clock system. It doesn't matter what language you speak. We are all defined by meeting points, geocaching. All right, so with that being said, if you've got a thought radiating in your head and you think you're going to fix it by yelling crazy shit when no one's there to listen, because you want to do the cycle route, get paid for being crazy and be isolated so that way you can talk to yourself forever like I'm doing. I'm going to give you a little option to clean that up in case you don't want to go down that road. So in math, and we all hate math, I know, and especially when you start talking skip jumps with logic, then they say you're on meth. No conjoining ideas there, because A is not seen as the fifth letter. That's just crazy talk. Anyways, you're going to supersede your subconscious to take over. So all you got to do is do a leapfrog. This is what it's called. It's very simple. This is how you make it from point A to point B when you're super fucked up. High, drunk, half asleep, doesn't matter. You just know if I make it to point B, I got to make my coffee, and that coffee is XYZ. So anyway, someone flips off, you post up, you make your point, then you step outside to see what the flow is. You start counting things. What you're trying to do is isolate all that information that you don't want to deal with in that moment. You list it up into a chronological list. This is not okay, this is not okay, this needs to be addressed. If this happens again, what will I do? But for the time being, I'm just going to feel the flow and watch it radiate out. And you're going to help that. So that list you just made, you're going to take all that numbers and count it out and place a little tiny zero in the top right corner, because we upright citizens. Duh. All right, and then we're going to do the math on that. You may have to look that up to see how that works. All right, so let's say it was a huge conversation, huge argument. Oh, no. Just a whole bunch of, like, you can't do that. That's wrong. Where'd you pick that up? I know damn well where I picked mine up. All right, so I got it from books, movies, TV, life experiences that I actually lived. All right. But I'm going to put this to the power of zero for the time being, and then focus on the farthest point I can see and hear. 2 different items, because I know I can see farther than I can hear. So I listen for the farthest, most quietest point, and then I try to figure out the conversation. So if it's a bird, I hear the one bird, and then I hear the next one repeating that narrative, because that's what they do. And then I try to find color patterns of vehicles or whatever, airplanes or birds flying in the distance, trying to find out the communication at that point and link that up, and then make that the defining factor. So basically, it's like a manila, one of those envelopes with a little tab on the top that you put into Greg. And so you placed all your problems in that folder, and then that new label says 2 birds fly east, calculated number, however you wanted to find it, and it sounded like caw, okay? And that's my defining factor. Totally illogical, but I know that I won't be triggered again because I labeled it with that statement. All right, I know that I can reference it again with the metadata that's in the file, but it won't be that immediate avenue of, I hear that motherfucker say it again, I'm going to chew down his throat until he stops. But he's lived through that. That ain't working. All right, everyone stepped on his neck. He don't give 2 fucks anymore, and he knows no one's listening. I'm just saying I'm listening, and I'm trying to help. Yeah, you got experiences, and you know how to post up in certain ways. I just don't like that negative karma bounce. So if you step up appropriately, I can work with that. I can get you sponsored. I can make you money. So that's what I'm trying to do. This project right here is called the Power of Zero. All right, it's a little exercise, self-indulgence. The whole point is you got to breathe. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay? All right. The thing is what they're trying to do is teach you that your subconscious works more than you think, all right? Because you're not calculating. The reason why you're given oxygen is so you think more clearly. They're trying to get your subconscious in avenues to elicit an appropriate response, that's something they can work with. All right, now on the other hand, they say, don't hold your breath. Bull fucking shit. If you want to laugh, you fucking hold your breath and starvate your brain, because look up the NASA stuff. Like, they get hilarious. They say some crazy shit, and that's why you get high. You deplete the oxygen to the brain. But we're not going to teach that trick until the later steps, and I may not even get that online. That may be on my server set. So, I'm going through a lot of stuff. I needed to get this online. This is the alphabet process. This is the core logic. Each one of those supersets up top, two lock items, because the stronger, most advanced see longer. You got to see from it's playing telephone. There's actually a movie called The Postman, I think. Real cheesy movie, but the way they transfer technology or letters was sort of like the telegraph system, but with posted up lights. So it's very interesting narrative. Circa 2012, a lot of stuff happens. 2006, 2012. There's a cycle. There's always a cycle. And what I've said before in a prior video is that cycle is you got to post up information. So by doing it in manila envelopes, it doesn't get flagged if you're tagging it with someone else. So you hide it in information, because subsequently someone's going to logically speak and say, hey, I don't know what technology is in my electric car. Is it data caching as I drive by, just a piece of information because they know where I'm going to next, dropping off information without me knowing? Do I get paid for this? You know, I'm paying. Well, the cars are getting cheaper, and you're wondering why. It's just like, shit. Sorry about that. I was in a little fit there. But like Facebook is on every Android app, and now they're willing to pay you for your audio. Fuck, man, I'm giving mine for free, and they're paying people $50 for this. But that you're not realizing that they're going to make an AI out of you, and you're going to live in an eternal hell working as someone else's bitch. So you might as well make your own bitch and sell it off. So this process, the way it's going to be, is I'm going to go ahead and do this book, or DVD. I haven't figured out which, or both. And then the goal is I'm going to learn how to do auto hotkeys for Windows and use open source software. Because a lot of people are like, how do I make money off of this Creative Commons? You know, making an image, you've already done that. Making an audio, you've already done that. How do I make it my own? Well, it's through the educational material. So the first one is to get the finished product done. And then the next project, and I know I'm not supposed to talk about this on Kickstarter, but the next project is setting up an auto hotkeys program with open source software, so that way you can see the steps of creation. And at the end of the creation of the CC0 information, fake it. It's a smaller engine to make it sound like they put a little tailpipe on it, and it's an electric car. So it really pisses me off. So, anyways, the auto hotkeys, you can see it in real time. So think of, like, for those that lived in the 80s and the 70s, transferring video from one file to another, or in today's age, capturing a video of your screen in real time, so that way you have that, let's say, streaming service entertainment for later purposes without restriction. So, and then you'll see every step. It'll be better because on a YouTube video, sometimes the resolution is too slow, but with the auto hotkey process, you let it roll through once and then you go back through, and the whole goal is that you'll be able to click something, you'll see where the mouse went, and then you'll have the exact information, and you'll be able to reconstruct your own purposes in doing that. And at the end, you'll have the file saved. Is the exact file that I saved it. It'll create everything verbatim. And then you can just simply do a one-off publish, either through your computer, your printing technology, or a print on demand, and that's completely yours, and you'll be able to share that way. It's Creative Commons. And the ecosystem will build off of each other. So once enough projects been done, you can simply copy and paste different images. Like, you like a certain image, you just copy that section out, resize it, and that's the program that we're going to have to fix or create, but it'll take time. So anyways, my time's up. I've blown up my narrative stream, and someone popped down the way. It's all good, because that ain't thing. You go into the medical industry, the first thing they say is one thing is not the other. You talk to any educated material, they say math has nothing to do with science. Well, this is a big FU, Power One. I'm saying otherwise. Good luck. I love you. We got 143, so, which is ironic because those two things are down and the thumb's out. So how does that work? Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I don't even know how that works, but it's all good. I love you. All right, I'm going to show my tattoo because my lineage is a werewolf, and this is I'm an analyzer. No dirty works intended. But God bless. They coming to get me because I talking crazy shit. God bless.